the state of Texas, only one matchup goes by the name of Revivalry. So everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Baylor Bears, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the first possession of the game. The Bears were encouraged to sick them, and last time these two met, they did so early and often, blowing out the Frogs.
And Baylor went into that game believing they had better players. Man, it showed up on the field, too. They were faster. They were more physical. TCU, they've got to match that intensity this time around, David.
Well, and surely they were embarrassed, right? I mean, they had to be embarrassed of what happened. It was not competitive. This is a rivalry game you're used to seeing it be competitive. Maybe having a chance to win in the end. TCU didn't have that. They've been talked about for a year how bad it was. I want to see how they respond in this matchup.
Looking left. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these lines.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Rush. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
It'll be third and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
TCU, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Baylor! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to pass, it's Pryor. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference breaks into the open. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Wide open spaces. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off play action on first down. Unloads it downfield. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake. Bears the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Bears line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a...
Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's quite familiar with the end zone. His 75th career touchdown run.
You know, we're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
Right, it just shows you how special he is, because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He makes the grab. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it. Touchdown, TCU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Quickly out to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
It's complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Crosses the 30, he's got away. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
TCU 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
The Horned Frogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Pryor. Makes the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Makes the catch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Back to pass, it's Harper. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Rides the back on the option to give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go between the Bears and Frogs. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Here we go. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Slithers into space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Here's the handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackler. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Shotgun snap on third down. Got a man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Bears decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Wants to throw. It's Pryor. On the run, fires downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled this last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
TCU.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Harper. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll run the RPO and pull it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Keeps looking downfield. Finds some fresh air. He's loose. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Leaves it with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
There's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sunday.
Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
To the air, it's Pryor. Finds his tight end.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll sneak it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. To the air, it's Pryor. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And some room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Scanning the field, it's Pryor. And wings it incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
No gain on the play. Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down.
Pulls and fires complete. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running into the open space. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Look out, he's got room. Runs through the tackle.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion formation will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! This rivalry might not always get the head.